evening, everyone. So today we will just check about like what is exactly A to B conversion, or what basic design process is there, how the design is taken forward from scratch to production. And yes, if you are producing something, we have to sell it. So how it is sold and all those things. A short discussion on it, and then we will move to Katia. We will see how the parts are designed for plastic product design. Okay, so this week we will be diving into plastic product design, a bit idea for you guys, so that you can be of aware of the entry level knowledge, or aware of the domain knowledge, or what type of domain knowledge is there in plastic product design. What is that domain knowledge consist of, or what it starts from? You can say in that, you can put in that words. Okay, so we will be learning what is A to B conversion. Okay, so let's moving forward. So this will be the basic topics, that what is the vehicle design process, what is class A, what is class B, how we are processing the CAD data. I will be showing all these things. What is how we are processing the STL data, then surface area defects and countermeasure if there are any, then importance of converting, and a short example I will be showing to you. Okay, so let's go for why. So what part we are going to design? So what is the ideology behind it, or what is in the first place that happens, or what is the vehicle design process in basically what we says. So you can see here, first is the brief of the design, like the concept generation is there, then they are doing clay modeling, then they are doing the design evaluation, prototyping, and then some testing, and then the final product is there. You can see a chart over here. Okay, so part design, designers involved in the stage of engineering and CAD data preparation. So this is the area in which we are going to contribute, and how we are going to contribute, we will start learning today. Okay, so these are the first basic three stages before our work is done. So we will understand this first three stages, so you will get the answer why and what is our input. And then the next three stages is our product, when it is designed, how is it assembled, how is it tested, and then the vehicle is sold. Okay, so this is a basic steps which are vehicle design process. Okay, so am I clear? So don't go word to word in this. You can just keep these things in mind, these visuals in mind. There is someone is sketching, then there is some rendering pic there, then someone is making a clay model, then there is some CAD models. You can see that there is some assembly line, then there is a car testing shown, and then the car is on the road. So these visuals may help you to understand more rather than these words, because these words are a bit new to you. Okay, this diagram can help you understand better. So basically just focus on this fourth step. So three steps before it, three steps after it, we are working on the fourth step. Our role is completely based on this fourth step. Okay, so let's go in a bit detail of this process. So you can see there is a concept generation. So you can see there is sketches there. Basically these are the studio engineers. Okay, who, so we are talking about the first step. Okay, so you are saying here. So basically, this is all their principles. Basically, if you go, if someone has completed their elementary drawing exams in their schooling time. Basically, in India, there is an elementary drawing exam for schooling time. If someone from India have completed it, he might or she might be knowing this light concept and all those things. Basically, if you ask me, frankly, I'm not aware of all these exact concepts. But yes, having an engineer's mind and an engineer's brain, you can see they are looking for shadow casting and how the thing is going to look, how 3D, how accurate the 3D can be made from the sketch. So these are some basic what we can say sketching things. What they decide is, like, they sketch the car. This is a rough sketch, so we cannot make a wheel out of this plus sign and this circle, right? This is just a rough sketch. What kind of shape of the car will be, and a basic theme, deciding the theme of the car. Like you may see that if you may know Marazzo. Marazzo is a car of Mahindra. So it was inspired by a shark. So it is having that kind of look. So if you look for what we can say is like headlamps or tail lamps, they are inspired by eyes of animals, like an eagle eye or something like that. So these are basically the design themes what what they look for. So you can see here, put the ideas on the paper. What they do in this is they put the ideas on the paper, basic sketches. Okay, so you get to put your creativity and imagination over here and how to turn it to reality. So So this is the thing. They go in concept generation. Then the theme selection. Okay, so sketches are reviewed. Okay, so here the theme selection comes, that how the look can be more interesting. Can we match it to any animal, or can we have any theme for that? So basically, this is done. These ideas are new ideas are added, and the theme is finalized. What kind of car will we be making? Whether it will be a convertible, or it will be a sedan, or basically that ideology they have in the first place itself. But what will be the basic shape of the car? We can say in very easy way, we can say what will be the shape of the car, what kind of basic, to which dimensions will the car be, the width, the height, the length. Basically, that is decided in those rough ideas is given in the theme selection. So once the theme is selected, then we go forward for the clay modeling. So now you can see here in this, it is just a basic sketch, and this you can see it is a good amount of detailing is done in that. The wheels are looking like wheels, the headlamp, the front grille, the bumper has its cuts, the gap for the radiator grille. Then the logo is there, the bonnet has its shape, the doors have their shape. Okay, so basic shape is there. So you can see from the front and from the rear both. So tail lamps are also there. So this is what we can say, basic shape of the car is achieved. So then it is achieved in the clay modeling stage. So in the clay modeling stage, what they do is they prepare scale model to the scale model. They prepare like chipping the material out. They prepare a car out of clay. So they prepare everything. They prepare the interiors. They prepare the exteriors. Okay, you can see here in, you can see this things fallen down. So this is the chipped out material. So he is giving a streamline basically. I think this is a Mercedes car. Well, I don't remember. So basically, he is trying to remove the material to give the perfect shape of the car. So then what, why is this done? Okay. So I'll tell you, here the car is on the paper. So we need to design it. Okay. We need to give it life. We need to turn it into an object. So they turn it into an object in clay modeling. So now what is done is, you can see here, this is done to visualize the design, how the car will look. Scale models are developed. Scale models is basically one fourth, half, three fourth, and to the scale model. So when you have to take input for production, they need to the scale model. So basically, clay modelers do the to the scale modeling. You can see this is the size of actual car. Okay, so you can see full size models are developed. Then portions, proportions, and design consideration are put into life. You can see here he is putting life into that car, right? He is chipping out material. He is giving the shape over here. Yeah. So once this is done, the clay model is digitally scanned. Okay. So there are some softwares which are using, like you may have seen in the movies, scanning, body scanning is done, and that in that way, this clay model, the to the scale model is digitally scanned from one end to another end, and a digital CAS, or you can say CAD surface is developed. So when you start scanning from here to here, a surface is developed which is as similar as the shape of the car. Okay. Basically, now what we have is, from the paper, we got it to real life. From real life, now we have a digital imprint of that shape which we had designed, which we had imagined in our mind, taken it out on the paper, and after taking out on the paper, we did the clay modeling of that shape. So that shape is now, we are having that shape in a digital form. Okay. So that shape is then taken to some softwares like Elias, or even Katia. So these softwares, they give us just the surface. We call it as a surface. Okay. So now you students are clear how we get the surface in the first place. So after scanning the clay models, we get the cloud point data, which is also called as a digital data. Okay. Digital class A surface is generated from that data. Okay. And that is given as an input to us. So you can see here, now I'll go to the CATIA. So this is some kind of, like you can say, part in the vehicle. You can say an armrest cover or something like that. See, the center console cover, it may be. So this is a part. So this surface, they have generated it from by scanning it. Okay, we have got the scan data, and this is the STL surface, you can say. We will come to that point. So this kind of surfaces are generated and given to you. Okay. So here in, you can see the whole car is scanned. So basically, once it is the scanned, then the partitions are done. Like from here, they will part it. So, and from here they will again part it. So this will come into the rear bumper. This area will come into the fender, and this area will go into the trunk. This area will come into the tail lamp. So here they will given. separation. So this area will go into the front door, this area will go into the rear door, this area will come into the upper fender, this is the lower fender. So like this, the surfaces are split. Okay, once the surfaces are split, we get split surfaces for that particular part. Okay, so this is the way they do it.